Hello, my witchy friends. I hope you guys are doing well today. Today I wanted to talk about working with spirit allies, how they can be beneficial to your practice, and what exactly a spirit ally is. And I have a specific spirit ally in mind that has been coming to me for some time. So I'm going to show you how I make spirit ally oils to really draw in that essence of that spirit and to incorporate that spirit into my practice. So you see here on this table I have some things here that I'm going to be using. I have some herbs I gathered in this little teacup. I have some little mini crystal chips and a little dropper bottle. Now I was going to use an amber glass roller bottle, but I'm really low on those. I want to restock a little bit more for my shop before I dig in for my own personal use. So I'm going to use this clear glass bottle, and I'll just keep it stored in a dark area so it'll last a little longer. I did decide to go with an olive oil because it tends to last longer, of course. You get a longer period with that oil. It doesn't make your herbs go rancid as quick. So I'll get a longer time frame to use that spirit ally oil, which it will probably be used well within the year to come. So, here, I stuck it over here. I have a dragon's blood incense stick, and that is what we are going to be using today to clear and bring in that energy into this little bottle here. And I'm using this dragon's blood stick specifically for what spirit ally that I'm working with, and as you can read probably the title of this video, I'll probably put it in there exactly what spirit ally that I'm choosing to work with. It is a dragonfly. Dragonflies, they get their name. It's pretty interesting because I just learned this, I had no idea. But dragonflies, the name for them came about through Romanian folklore. The name Drac, which means devil or dragon, and fly, of course. So it was literally translated, or it was literally translated to the devil's horse, which I think is pretty interesting, or devil horse, or dragon. We are going to light this first and clear that bottle, and I'm going to share with you why I am working with the dragonfly specifically, and what these ingredients here bring to the essence of the dragonfly. And I do want to let you guys know, if you do not use animal parts or insect parts, you may want to go ahead and turn away from this video, because I will be using parts of the dragonfly essence in my bottle. And if that is not your thing, I'm just telling you now. I do use, from time to time, I do use parts in my workings to bring in the spirit. And I do it respectfully and honorably. And just keep in mind that this dragonfly was dead long before I found him. Okay, so I had to get a glass plate because I totally forgot to get that. I'm always forgetting something, I swear. So let's lay out our ingredients here. Start with the dragonfly, of course, the most important part. Passion flower. Try it for some time. Little crystals growing in, of course. A little bit of herb. herb. I may not use all of these. Let me actually put some of this back. So I don't need all of that in that little tiny bottle, or bottle of course. And our oil. Let's go ahead and open this up and clear. I'll be right back with you guys. I'm going to get my cup of tea that I just poured a second ago. I was letting it steep. And then I'm going to bring you guys in a little closer and show you what I am doing and kind of explain to you why I'm working with the Dragonfly and what these ingredients bring to this bottle, why I specifically chose these ingredients for my spirit ally. Let me explain a little bit about these ingredients here. So, of course, you have your bottle to store. It's still smoky, which looks pretty cool. I love that smoky look. The most important is the spirit itself here. The spirit resided inside of this beautiful shell for hopefully a really good period of time. I got the Blue Lotus here, and the Blue Lotus is for the third eye and enlightenment. So I thought it was very fitting to add the Blue Lotus because the Dragonfly's eyes take over its entire head. So it has 360 view, which blows my mind. I think that is like one of the coolest facts of the Dragonfly. And then of course I have some cornflowers because of the Fae. And the Dragonflies have been tied in with the Fae for a very, very long time. We have the yarrow over there as well, right here. And that yarrow is a safe landing pad for the Dragonfly, kind of like a really soft home base or a place where they can get a quick, easy meal to the pollinators. And then I have some passion flower that I just tore off because I just felt in that present moment that that would be so fitting, because the Dragonfly is a really fiery creature by nature, very fiery, which is funny because they relate more to the water element, I think, but the name itself, dragon, fire, passion. So I thought that would be a lovely addition. I have some clear quartz here, and I do have some moonstone, which dragonflies also symbolize happiness, and I guess you could, instead of moonstone, add like a sunstone or maybe even citrine for happiness and joy. I feel like they also relate more to the moon. That's just my own personal belief. And I'm going to grab some glass beads actually to add to this bottle as well. Okay, I'm adding glass beads because I think it brings color, a little pop of color in, because it's rolling. Oops. There's some yellow there too, but they're all different kinds of colors, the dragonflies are, and they also represent change. because dragonflies, I don't know if you know this, some of you may, some of you may not, but dragonflies can change their flight position like mid-air. They can go up, down, backwards, around. Their wings actually work individually different ways, that's pretty cool. So the glass beads will obviously be for that aspect. So let's start making this oil and see how it turns out, and we'll just talk a little bit more about it. I do want to mention that dragonflies represent change in many different ways, not just the way that I just mentioned, but also they burst out of their larval skin when they become adults. Unlike butterflies and moths who, transition into a different stage, or like the pupal stage, I guess you would say, the dragonflies go straight from a larva to fully grown adult, and they just they rip or tear out of that skin, that old skin, and leave it behind, and they just become this mature spirit full of wisdom and knowledge, and ready to put that into work. And I think that the dragonfly can help you, obviously, with maturing in your practice and in your daily life. They also tear bacteria apart, which I thought was really cool. If you put their wings under a microscope, you can see billions of tiny nanostructures. They're small enough to grab the bacteria and hold on to it, so that it cannot escape without tearing itself apart. So they keep the dragonfly safe and healthy. So I think that would also be really cool to use to work in protection magics, because it's keeping the ick away and the nasty, and kind of giving you that sense of renewal. Dragonflies are good for growth, adaptability, what else did I say? Transformation, maturity, and love. And I've learned so much about them over the last year, because I just started seeing them randomly everywhere. Just everywhere I went, I saw a dragonfly. So let's go ahead and add these ingredients in here. Also, I kept dreaming about the dragonfly. And then I had a lot more activity, you guys, with the Fae even. There's been some things going on here at home. Some activity that I have not really had before. We'll talk a little bit more about that actually, maybe in another video. I would like to talk more about that outdoors rather than indoors, because I don't want to, yeah, we'll talk about that out. I'll tell you a little bit more about that, but it's pretty cool. I know you guys know that I have mentioned before that I've never really worked with them indoors. It's always been outdoors. Let's look at that. Look how beautiful. I guess because I really wasn't ready to call them indoors. Also because we weren't in our permanent home at that time, I guess. And now that we've been here for 3 years, and I'm finally starting to decorate just a little bit, making it more of a home. And things are starting to feel a little more settled. It's just the perfect time. So I'm going to say a little prayer over these herbs here, just for happiness, transformation, maturity, protection, health. And I'm going to pray that the spirit ally will enhance this oil to bring us some insight into the fairy realm a little bit more, to gain knowledge from other realms, to use this as also a divination oil, a protection oil, a transformation oil. There's so many purposes that you could use this particular oil for. Bless these herbs and enchant these herbs. Now we're going to add the glass beads. Some clear quartz. Chips. A little bit goes a long way, and I think honestly I have quite a bit much in here, so I probably will only add 1 or 2 of the moonstones before we top this off with oil and add our wing. So I'm only going to use just 1 piece, okay? And of course the cork is wedged way down in there, so I'm going to have to get right back with you guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, I dropped a couple chips of the moonstone in there. That's delicious. It's just regular Earl Grey today. I'm going to just pray over this beautiful dragonfly here, and I'm going to thank this dragonfly for its essence, for its contribution. I do want to point out that whenever you take, you should always give, and I say that pretty often, but bury something very precious, not just like, well, you know, whatever is precious to you. If you were taking something this big, I think it's the right thing to do. You can hear that this dragonfly is pretty dried out. Okay. And I will be also leaving another offering in memory of the life of this dragonfly. Look how beautiful essence is in this bottle here, and that wing, don't worry, it will be used numerous times before she is buried, respectfully, and close to a pond probably. All right, now let's add some of this. I should have grabbed a funnel. What am I doing today, guys? We will add this oil first. Let's move our dragonfly. Okay. Let's add the oil. I grabbed a scent really quick to add some fragrance to my spirit outlet oil. Of course, I didn't grab a funnel again. But I'm just going to tell you what is in it. We have some oak moss for maturity, to help transition, and for change, obviously. And then we have some orange for energy, that fiery energy. You could also do cinnamon as well. We also have a softer scent of lilies. Some of that fragrance. Okay, you don't want to fill it too close because you don't want to have some spillage. You can label this, of course, if you have more than 1 spirit outlet oil, which I have several. This is also really good for anointing and dressing candles, working with that magic. Your spirit, totem, guide, or ally. And I will leave this on my altar for 9 days because I usually do things in 3s or 9s. And I just feel like it is, they both are magical numbers specific to me. Let me bring this over here closer and show you guys how it looks. Very gorgeous. Okay, and there's the wing there. So I will place her on the altar. I will light a candle in the memory of the life that was lived. I will shake this every day for 9 days on the altar before I use it. Yeah, and that is a way you can make your totem oils or your spirit ally oil. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions about the oil or want to see more, just comment and we will definitely do this. You guys have a blessed day. Thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing.